Do you believe that America is truly the land of opportunity, bursting with freedom and prosperity? If your answer is yes, then let me shatter that illusion for you right now. My time living in Portugal opened my eyes to a stark and disconcerting reality that challenges everything we've been conditioned to believe about life in America. It's a culture shock that hits you squarely, like an avalanche, unveiling a truth hidden behind darkness and deception. Upon my arrival in Portugal, I was immediately captivated by the charming cobblestone streets and the soulful strains of fado music cascading through the narrow alleys. The culture felt alive, throbbing with vibrancy and warmth. Yet, as I wandered beyond the stunning visuals, I uncovered a quality of life that compelled me to reevaluate everything I had known and accepted about my homeland. Every street I explored unveiled deeper revelations that resonated with unsettling clarity. Let's delve into the realm of healthcare, a system we Americans are indoctrinated to believe is the pinnacle of excellence. But the harsh truth? It resembles an expensive nightmare that drains families financially. I've witnessed the terrifying medical bills that can obliterate your savings for something as ordinary as a doctor's visit. And don't get me started on the insurance roulette. One moment you're covered, and the next you're drowning under mountains of bills. Meanwhile, in Portugal, I strolled into a public healthcare center without an appointment and was attended to without delay. No financial angst here. The care, compassionate and quality, rendered at no cost for those who require it. The striking contrast was almost too much to bear. Portugal allows its citizens to live without the suffocating fear of financial devastation related to healthcare. How can we dare to label ourselves a developed nation when countless individuals live shackled by medical debt? Education too deserves scrutiny. In America, we find ourselves trapped within a system that prioritizes test scores above all else, burying students under immense pressure and suffocating teachers in endless bureaucracy. The relentless pursuit of grades creates a generation riddled with anxiety and burnout. Yet in Portugal, I encountered an approach that was radically different. Students learn in environments where creativity and critical thinking blossom, rather than being stifled by rote memorization. The palpable emphasis on their well-being was astonishing. Students were encouraged to chase their passions without being strangled by the oppressive grip of standardized testing. I was left bewildered by their audacity to prioritize mental health and true learning over superficial academic accolades. Shouldn't this be a fundamental expectation? How can America proudly uphold its educational system when so many of its students struggle to grasp the essentials while suffocating under stress? The grim reality of gun culture looms large and ominous in the American landscape. The rhetoric around the freedom to bear arms feels at best a facade and at worst a latent threat. While discussions around safety ripple through American communities after each devastating tragedy, Portugal's perspective on firearms is refreshingly dissimilar. Here, guns are regarded not as symbols of freedom, but rather as potential hazards. Portugal boasts remarkably low crime rates, and I found myself enveloped in a visceral sense of safety meandering through its streets. Families strolled, children played, and an air of comfort permeated the atmosphere, something alarmingly absent in America. It compels a haunting question. How can we profess to be a land of freedom while perpetually living in fear? Isn't genuine freedom cultivated in safety? Let's turn our attention to the economy. America boasts a capitalist framework, parading its vast array of opportunities. Yet the uncomfortable reality is that over 40 million Americans exist beneath the poverty line. In stark contrast, the cost of living in Portugal is significantly lower. I was paying mere fractions for rent compared to what I had in America, while basic living expenses, groceries, utilities, transportation, all sat comfortably within reach of every budget. In this quaint corner of Europe, I could relish in life without being shackled to my paycheck. For those who subscribe to the notion that wealth equates to happiness, this realization is a tough pill to swallow. As I reflect upon all of this, a new layer of understanding unfolds. While America takes pride in its technological advancements and relentless innovations, Portugal cultivates an environment that nurtures human connections. I recall binging on conversations with locals over warm cups of coffee, how engaging strangers led to laughter, shared experiences, and insightful exchanges. In stark contrast, American life often finds us buried in screens and perpetually detached. Those connections have become fleeting, almost ghostly. Isn't technology supposed to foster closeness? Ironically, it has merely exacerbated the distance. Amidst the beauty and warmth of Portugal, the dark undercurrents of American life began to surface, painting a more sinister picture. What on earth do we pursue in this so-called American dream if it's merely a mirage, a veneer hiding the grim realities of stress, familial struggle, and overwhelming anxiety? Understanding that there exist places like Portugal thriving as bastions of freedom and community, while my homeland is overshadowed by the chains of oppression and fear, bred a cocktail of disillusionment and frustration within me. This is the truth that dismantles the American myth. I began to ponder the possibilities if we as a collective woke up and demanded change. If Portugal can embody values of compassion, connection, and well-being, should we not also strive for something greater? And now, I take a moment to invite you. If you resonate with this narrative, please like this video and subscribe. Together, let's delve deeper into the truths that linger just out of sight. But my journey doesn't end there. It escalates with each passing day. As I meandered through vineyards, along sun-kissed beaches and breathtaking cliffs, I found myself captivated by a lifestyle that prioritizes joy over the relentless grind. The communal gatherings, the emphasis on work-life balance, and the sheer enjoyment of simple pleasures starkly contrasted the frantic pace of American existence. Here in Portugal, meals are savored, experiences shared, and the essence of life embraced, as opposed to racing relentlessly toward an elusive finish line defined by success and material acquisition. Could it be that our measures of happiness are utterly misguided? We perilously chase standards set by a capitalist framework, fueled by our dissatisfaction and ambitions. Meanwhile, Portugal epitomizes a quiet wisdom that teaches us that genuine prosperity is rooted in relationships, joy, and living intentionally. Concepts that feel alien amid the tempest of American aspiration. So why are we gripping our national pride so fervently? Is it out of fear? Or perhaps a refusal to confront the stark realities festering just below the surface? The moment arrives when one begins to realize a profound truth. Living in America, with all its glamour, is fraught with hidden compromises. In sharp contrast, Portugal radiates as a beacon of what life could, and perhaps should, embody. I implore you to consider what holds greater significance: clinging to national pride or acknowledging that other nations might offer a better quality of life. Reflect on this. Lay your thoughts in the comments below, as in this age of interconnectedness, engaging in meaningful dialogue is crucial. What are we missing? What steps can we take collectively toward a brighter and more fulfilling future? Let's bridge the gap and explore these possibilities together.